It's the middle of the night, something's gone wrong with your car, or maybe you're jump starting a friend's car, who knows. But anyway, you got your hood up, and you can't see jack. So you're with your flashlight looking around. If you're lucky, you've got a phone that's got a flashlight built in. If not, you're, trying to see with the screen. And that's just no fun. So let's do something better than that. So for this modification, I'm going to be using some of these LED strips. Got these pretty cheap off of Amazon. I got the warm white color because I don't really like the cool white color. You can get them in fruity colors as well if that's your bag. Shrink tube. Got some wire in black and red. Doesn't matter. You could use recycled wire. I was planning on that, but then I realized I was out of it. Now you can use those crappy plastic fuse holders, but I've had 2 of those things melt down on me, so I use these blade ones now. This was like $3 and change at the hardware store. Now you can't just use the toggle switch for this. I did that on a friend's van, it worked fine. The way I like to do it is to use the factory hood pin. This is a little switch that is basically opens a circuit when the hood is closed. No circuit. Circuit, that's for the factory alarm system. I've gone ahead and already scabbed in a second connector to it because I had it laying around. This just means I can take it out easily if it dies or something. So the next question is, where are we going to put this light? On my last rig I just had one light right there and it worked pretty well, but it had an awful lot of shadows. I've also seen some GM vehicles mount them to the firewall, either there or maybe to the fender well or something like that. And that's not terrible, but again, you're going to get a lot of shadows. So because I've got that whole roll of LEDs at my disposal, I've cut a few strips. I'm going to put one strip on the underside of the hood. I'm going to put one strip on this inner fender well and the other strip on that inner fender well. The ones that I got are not rated as waterproof. The waterproof ones were slightly more expensive, I think. So I just took some clear nail polish and just went over the tops of these wherever I wouldn't be soldering to them. Should be good enough. Okay, so the LEDs have sort of a self-adhesive backing on them. That's how you attach them. So I'm just going to go ahead here and clean off the road grime in the areas I'm going to be putting them onto. I'm just using the crap drugstore 91 alcohol for this. You also want to make really sure that when you close your hood, these aren't just going to get scratched off against the radiator. Oh yeah, gobs of rum. You can see I've got the lead-free solder doing what it does best and holding down the workpiece. Got some proper leaded solder I can use to solder this thing up with. Just had no luck with this lead-free stuff. Of course, it might be pipe solder that I'm trying to do electronics with. Go ahead and tin these ends here. Always easier if you tin everything before and then you just stick it together. Don't know how resistant this adhesive is to heat, so I'm trying to limit input of heat. Yeah. Guess I gotta clean the cinnamon rolls off of that at some point. Guess I gotta sharpen this at some point. That's done the trick. There we have it. Looks like the wires will terminate somewhere around here. Then I got to get them down to the bottom. So I'm thinking I'll put a hole here and then run them around. Could just run them underneath, I guess, but a little cleaner to just buzz a wee hole. Obviously don't drill through the top of your hood. That would be bad. Got the wires partially mounted now. Taking the back off of the sticky strip. So there's that. There's the top one. Of course, the ends aren't stripped, so I gotta touch them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I got the wire coming down the hood brace. I'm just going to run it down with this tube here. Hook it into the light for this side, run wires across, hook in the other one. Alright, I'm going to run positive right off my battery. You could run it from a fuse box or something, but I put this aftermarket clamp on it just so that I could use this for my headlights and my auxiliary lights and all that sort of thing. Of course, be careful doing this. You might want to just disconnect the battery because you put this wrench to a negative terminal and you're going to have a very hot wrench and a very unhappy battery. And possibly a fire. So, a moment of lies. Does this fit? It does. Excellent. Got the right size for a chain. Alright, so if we open up our super fancy inline fuse holder here. I hate these packages. And yeah, no fuse included. 5 amp should be more than good enough for the LEDs I'm running. Except, oh, that's fun. This thing takes mini fuses. Those little freaking teeny late model bastards. Got the right one this time. Just like that, I can see not just the motor, but also the ground, the workbench, the fridge, the walls, a little strip of the floor underneath, and it's not shining directly in my eyes. I'm quite happy with this.